Hi everyone, and welcome to the Texas Lightning Youth Cup and Senior Showcase. We're so excited to have you working with us this weekend. My name's Jennifer Huey and I'm going to be your referee coordinator for the weekend along with Mickey O'Brien, your assigner. Wanted to go over a couple of important information facts for you for the tournament this weekend, and hopefully this will help us all be successful. First and foremost, I wanted to make sure you all have the address and what the proper check-in procedures are going to be for this weekend's tournament. Here are the addresses. We're actually using two different complexes. You'll notice that we're using a Dunlop Sports Center as well as Harold Patterson Fields. Addresses are listed here and will also be sent to you via email from Mickey O'Brien very shortly. It's very important that you check your assignments to make sure you understand which complex that you're going to be refereeing at this weekend. And also it's very important that you check in with us 30 minutes prior to the start of your first game. What is really helpful is if you will text us and let us know that you are there, what field you're working, and how many games that you have. So if you could all do that for us, that would be really wonderful. Now, in addition, it's important to note that we want you all to look the part when you arrive at the fields. We want you to be wearing referee shorts, not basketball shorts, but referee shorts. They have the official logo on the bottom of them. We want to look the part. We are here doing a showcase tournament. We want to look the part. Also, please make sure that you are wearing correct referee socks, either the 2-striped version or the 3-stripe version. If you do not have these pieces of clothing, please make sure you stop and get some before you come to the fields. We want you to look the part. I can't stress that enough. Now, because we are working at two different complexes this weekend, we want to make sure that the referees that are working at the Dunlop complex understand that in order for you to get paid for your games, you're going to need to come over to Harold Patterson to the main tent in order to be paid. Now, if that causes a hardship and you're not able to come over to Harold Patterson, that's not a problem. We can certainly mail you your check. We do have your addresses in Game Officials. So if that is something that you are thinking about in terms of how to get paid, please make sure that your address in Game Officials is current and up to date. All right. Now then, let's move on to the important stuff. Let's talk about what happens on the at game time. You will receive a game card from each of the teams. We will not be checking in players as we've done in previous tournaments. We simply have a game card. At the end of the game, you and your crew will fill this out and give a card back to each team. They are then responsible for turning in these game cards to the tent. It's pretty simple to fill out. It even tells you at the bottom that both teams must turn in the score sheet at headquarters. That's how they kind of verify and have checks and balances on the game scores. All right, let's talk about rules. Before I dive into rules, I just want to let you all know that Mickey is going to be emailing out the rules. But keep in mind there are two sets of rules, one for the Youth Cup, which covers Academy through U14, and then the Showcase Tournament rules, which covers U15 through U19. I'm going to start with the Youth Cup rules and talk specifically about Academy. Now, academies will play the full 25-minute halves. Whether it's preliminary or championship rounds, they will play full-length games of 25 minutes. The maximum roster size, as well as whether or not it's 7v7 or 9v9, will be found in your game rules, so it's very important that you take the time to read through that. Now, if you are reffing a U11-12 or a U13 and 14, please note that the preliminary game times are 5 minutes less than a full-length game. So in other words, U11 and U12 for the preliminary matches will be 25 minutes. U13 and U14s will be 30 minutes for preliminary matches. These will all be 11v11. And you make sure you check on the ball size because it does vary between U11 and U13s. All right. Now, something that I want to highlight in these rules is about substitution. There will be free substitutions at the following stoppages. If a player receives a yellow card for a throw-in, either team can sub. It does not have to be the team in possession. Prior to a goal kick, If there's an injury, the player can also sub off. At halftime, after a goal is scored, or in case of extreme heat, the referee can use discretion. So keep in mind that it does not have to just be the team in possession on throw-ins. It can be either team. All right. So now let's talk about the U15s through U19s in the showcase tournaments. The U15s are going to play, U15s and U16s will play 35-minute halves. U17s and U19s will play 40-minute halves. All right, the substitutions for these are going to be the exact same as I just mentioned for the Academy and for the Youth Cup games. So it will be at the stoppages for throw-ins, for goal kicks, for injuries, when a goal is scored, all of the reasons I mentioned prior. And it is different than what is stated in the rules. I want to make sure you understand that it does state something separate in the rule, but we have spoken with the tournament director, and they have confirmed with us that we are to follow the same substitution policies as I just mentioned for the academies and the U11s through the U14s. Okay? As always, if you have any questions at all, Mickey and I will be there all weekend long. Please feel free to come find us, and we will answer any questions that you have. The last thing I wanted to mention to you all is that we want this to be a pleasurable experience for everyone involved. So, practice respect, be kind, be courteous, and be thankful that we're all out here getting to ref this wonderful game of soccer and be a part of such a wonderful tournament. So with that said, I'm going to wrap it up, and I look forward to working with you all this weekend. Thank you so much. Bye.